gonna roleplay my next character as a tuberculoid goblin.
No, you can do
Door-to-door
laundry.
salesman. Wait, a laundry goblin? I can do laundry?
No, my brother laundry. He's too lazy to
A
walk
laundry
by his
goblin
bedroom.
would be amazing.
I like a laundry goblin.
Can I get
Oh,
access
look at
to
these
my character
tokens.
and not jelly beans? Oh, I got rich mail.
Oh,
No, I
look
don't.
at these characters.
Yeah, give me access to rich mail.
Wait, you don't have access to...
No, because I had to make a new thingy.
Okay.
It is good to be Seawolf again.
It might be hard for me to remember how to play Fantasy Grounds, but I'm gonna try.
Their owner. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, what are you guys
I
playing?
wish I
Roll
had. I
20?
wish I could do
Yeah.
second screen
This
on
was
this bad
Brendan's.
boy.
You can, but
How
you
do
have to
I-
like stretch it out. Like you can't do like
Oh.
full screen. You just have to do windowed mode. That's how I play because I need to have like the map on one and then like all my shit on the other.
Oh no,
for,
hell yeah, dude! That's the only way to play. Oh, look at this. Because I'd love to have my character sheet like over there.
Did you pick up Rishmail? You should be able to go into PC and pick him up now. Take him.
Thank you.
You got it.
Nice.
Okay,
Look at this.
So,
Look at this workspace. Look at all this space.
oh,
Thanks, dude.
Do you guys want
Here
me
I
to
am.
change the skin?
What up? What up, fam?
Hey guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. I totally forgot where we were. But I remember now.
Yeah, so you guys you got thrown into a black hole. That was like a month and a half ago. And then you woke up in this place and you started finding these random people who were also dropped in right before you. Like the guy, Sammael was like dropping him in like randomly, and one of them happened to be Schism's sister.
My sis.
Yeah.
My sis is back.
So you guys heard, you guys like were in a little stream, shall we say, and you heard some sort of like humming coming from up above on the hill, and you decided to investigate and started walking up the hill, and that's when we decided to call it quits.
Yeah.
And this
And
has
now
been
we're
like,
in Stonehenge.
yeah. So there was like, yes.
Oh,
It's
Stonehenge.
amongst all these NPCs. I remember this is from like way back, but I chose the criminal background, and I have what's known as a criminal contact. Is one of these dudes my criminal contact? Because I've never met him yet.
I didn't think
Wait.
it was a single person. I thought you just kind of...
You have access to
Have
a
like a
network.
network to rely on.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Like you show up in a
Well-
place and you can find just criminal contacts. That's
Oh,
the way I
That makes sense too.
Well, technically no, because your criminal contact was, remember, technically Matt got the item, but since you're both criminals, it's kind of like, and you're in the same party, it was kind of like for both of you. Remember when the guy gave you guys like this dagger
Yes.
that you could, that's your criminal contact.
Oh.
And you've had opportunities to use it, but you have chosen not to, I guess.
Mine,
You
I
forgot
completely forgot, to be honest. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
again.
See, but
Well-
just from reading what the feature says, I mean, yeah, it might be one person, like in a very semantic way, but it doesn't seem to work that way necessarily.
Well, yeah.
Like-
So the way that the dagger worked, as a reminder, because you got it like last year, if you are in any pub and you just like stick the dagger into the table, a contact of the underground thief network will come and realize that you are beckoning for him.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna do
So
that
it-
from now on.
Contact
Thanks.
Nice.
as a feature basically says you know how to get messages to and from your contact, even over great distances. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who could deliver messages for you. So I always assumed that that dagger was like something extra special and independent of just knowing, you know.
No. That was
how to get
literally
messages.
how I justified you having a criminal contact in a unfamiliar land, because it's not like, because the world you were in wasn't like
Yeah, we're-
yours, right? So
yeah, so
it's
we're
not like you're like,
theoretically-
oh, it's my boy Tyrone from, you know, the plane of existence down the lane, you know.
Hey, what up, what up, Tyrone?
T-Dog.
What up, fam? Yeah, so
Yo,
that
I was
that
at
was
the gym
literally
today,
what
and
it
someone
is.
said, "Yo, fam, you done with them? You done with them weights?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, you can take them." He was like, "Thanks, man."
I'm a fam. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm a fam now, guys.
Dear Diary, today I met my fam. It was pretty cool. Matt, so since you've been playing Amstel, who's also a warlock, I'm I'm confused. I'm sort of concerned that I've been doing the warlock wrong. Have I been doing it
Possibly.
right as far as like spell slots go? So
So I don't know.
Run-
Can I open your character sheet?
I think
See it?
I think
I
the,
cannot open your
the
character
rules
sheet.
are more locked in here. So
Hopefully it's doing it better for you. Dan, is there any way for you to let me see Schism's character sheet?
you could navigate to twitch.tv/imaginary monsters.
Oh,
do
I
that,
suppose
or I
streaming
can
character sheet.
I can clear the owner, I think, but
No, don't do that. Hold on.
No, it's okay.
I'll
I've got like
on
my spell
Twitch.
slots up. It's not super imperative because I feel
So,
like
well, what are you looking at? What do you have for spell slots?
spell slots first, second, third, fourth, fifth, packed
Do you
magic
have
first.
slots for all of them?
well,
Yes.
No, I can already see that you're doing it wrong, Pete, because you have one first level spell slot. I don't think that's
Yeah, it shouldn't work that way. You should all have whatever your maximum level spell slot is.
Okay.
All of your spell slots are that.
Yeah. So, Pete, if you go, is that really how it is?
Yes.
Hold on. If you go to PHB in your library, you should be able to go to classes, warlock, and then if you scroll down on warlock, it should give you, where's spellcasting?
Nope.
Where's
There you go.
Pac-Man?
There you go. If you go down to the table, it says
Mhm.
the Warlock. There's a whole big table, right?
Yep.
And it's
Oh,
got
yeah,
levels
there
in it. If you see spell slots, that's how many spell slots you have and then what level they are.
Mhm.
So if you're level 6, you have their third level spell slots, you have 2 of them, and that's it.
Gotcha. Okay, so
And I don't know what level we are right now.
level
Sorry.
8. So 2 spell slots of 4th
And
level.
they're both 4th level. Exactly.
Interesting.
And they refresh every time we take a short rest.
Short
so you
rest.
can use both those spell slots in a battle, and they're both 4th level. So all of your lower level spells, almost all of a warlock's lower level spells, have effects
Mm-hmm.
that happen at higher spell levels. Usually it's like
Yeah,
extra damage.
I
Oh,
do
that's
really
true for
scale.
all spells.
So wait, you
Yeah.
only get to cast 2 spells?
No, but the spells automatically cast at the highest level slot.
Yeah,
if
so
you
it's
get a
not-
first level spell, it will cast as a 4th level spell. Period.
I still have
You
all my
can't be like-
cantrips, and that's like my Eldritch
Right,
Blast
and
and
those
stuff.
you can use without slots. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's other stuff. Yeah.
So I can't change this, but if I guess I could just honor system know that I've got 2 level 4 slots.
Yeah, that's fine. You also have the invocations. You get those as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are a separate thing.
And they, wait, do they take spell slots? Is the question.
The
don't
invocations, I
think
think
so.
they just modify stuff. Like where's
Oh
my,
yeah, that's right. You're right.
I've got some stuff to buff up Eldritch Blast. Yeah,
Yeah,
Eldritch Blast,
invocations are
Mask of Many.
basically, like free extra stuff. Some of them are buffs, like for Eldritch Blast. Some of
Yeah.
them, like mine in the other game, are the mage armor
They're kind of like
that I can
feats.
use as a free action.
Yep. Cool. All right, cool. So
Okay.
2
Yeah,
spell
from
slots.
playing it in the other game, warlocks are pretty badass, and I kind of wish I was a warlock in this game.
That's okay.
Um,
Also, like, Amstel Cores is just a straight G.
Yeah, well, there's that too, but just being a warlock, pretty cool. Period.
I'm just glad to have
Also-
another warlock to bounce ideas off of now. We can brainstorm.
So,
Oh yes.
Pete,
Theory
you know
craft.
that you get your spell slots back during short rests too, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that until I made Amstel Cores, so I figured I'd just share
Oh,
the
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, beautiful. I'm gonna rest all over the place. You just wait. I'm gonna be so well rested. You're gonna call me
Napping
Schism
around.
the
Sorry,
Rested.
Schism's just gonna be napping around.
Schism,
So,
Schism the
We've
Sleepy
been
Eyed.
marching for 10 minutes. Up time for a rest, guys.
Yeah,
Can
basically.
someone carry me?
Well, actually, anything more than like a light physical activity disrupts your rest.
Yeah. So
That's true.
so guys, please carry me on a featherlight pillow, cause I'm a delicate flower.
Why don't you just ask your sister to do it? She's the boss.
Hey sis, you gotta carry this bod.
Hello. Oh
Cool.
no, I'm not into that.
You know what's so funny?
it's
I
frowned
forgot-
upon.
I forgot your sister's in this game with us because I was like, why would Pete ask his sister to do that? She's got to be
I
really
literally
busy with
thought the
kids
same
and job and all this stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
Pete's sister's great, but that's a lot to ask.
No
I
man,
didn't
she's
know that much detail, but I was thought you were talking about like your real sister. I was like, huh.
we're getting the family back together. This is a
Just,
family ordeal.
All right, I have one question, and then we could start. Matt, when are you free tomorrow morning?
Whenever I wake up.
Okay. So, when's that normally?
I mean, if I'm up by 8, that's 10 o'clock your time.
That's
11,
yeah.
10, 11.
Excellent. You got it. We're gonna talk tomorrow. Anyway, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're walking up the hill. the hill, there's like what you described as a Stonehenge. There's essentially this somewhat decrepit-looking fence, like waist-high kind of fence of stone encircling this area, but also at an incline. Keep in mind, because you're walking upwards, right? So that's just how it's laid out, just to remind you guys. And as you're walking up this hill, all of a sudden, you Schism notice that Uratea stops abruptly and seems to look a little confused. As she's basically, you guys are walking together, and then at one point you keep walking and you realize that she's not with you, and you turn around, she's stopped a few feet behind you.
Is this like when we're approaching this like stone circle, or we've like gone on somewhere from here?
No, you're going up the hill.
Okay.
So you're like right about where you guys are right now.
Right. I turned to her sister. What's the problem?
She looks confused, and you see that she's holding something in her hand. And she looks up at you and says, "This is strange. I don't remember ever having this. I don't know what it is." And she kind of extends her hand outward, and you realize that around her neck is a nice, brilliant golden chain, and at the end of the chain is a necklace that looks a little bit like a sun. And she looks at you and she shows it to you, and she seems kind of confused about it.
I go over to her and I like kind of like clasp her hands in mine lovingly, and I'm gonna do I guess an Arcana check on the necklace. I'm trying to find out what is this? I mean, we don't all have these necklaces, right?
I
No.
go over
Nothing.
to Nason. Nason goes over to Nirvash and whispers, "Dude, isn't young love so beautiful?"
Reunited.
I just
It feels so good. It's my sis, man.
Nervash just like clasps his breast and is like, I wish one day I could share that same kind of sweet romance.
I hope I can have a bad romance. And then I walk over and I go, "Pop, pop, pop, pop."
Yeah. To Urt A, I just say, I like sister, please don't worry. I'm sure it's just it's a boon from some far spirit.
Yeah, it certainly looks very brilliant, and it
it has an emblem of the sun.
It's shaped like a sun, so it's not like a circle with a sun drawn on it. It's actually a little sculpted necklace that actually has like little, solar beams coming out of it and whatnot.
Yeah, I say maybe it's some kind of a boon, since
So it's a
we
soul
can
rock?
I don't know, we can both
Yeah, like a soul rock.
we
sure.
can see
No,
without
I meant the Pokemon.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I mean something like that.
we can
but-
both see without the light straining our eyes. So I'll take it as a blessing.
Yeah, it's not, except it's not made of stone like soul rock. It's like some sort of maybe metal or maybe like a precious stone, but not just regular stone. But yeah, you don't really feel any sort of magical energy. It seems to just be. It feels dull. Like here, it feels dull when you actually touched it. So, anyway, so she smiles at you and nods and says, "I guess you're right," and then says, "Well, let's go." At this point, everyone else kind of presumably walked a little bit further up while you guys were talking, so you guys catch up. As you get to the top of the hill, you apologies.
That's all right.
You see a figure, standing, facing away from you, at the top of the hill, and all of a sudden, as you start getting closer, the figure turns around.
This token looks familiar.
Yeah, and it says, I kind of rewound a little bit, just to refresh you guys.
Totally.
So it turns around, basically like in that portrait where it just like looks over her shoulder and says, "Oh, so it is you who've been making all these noises. Interesting."
I'm a thief. It wasn't me making all those noises.
Fair enough.
So
It wasn't
I'm
one of these other
gonna-
guys.
She looks at you and goes, No, I heard you as well. Your footsteps are very distinct.
They kind of go
So
ding,
I'm
ding,
gonna
ding,
go up
ding.
to her and I'm like, "Hail, fair lady. I am Nervash the Glorious, and who may you be?"
Yo, what's up? I'm Nathan.
So her eyes kind of open up wider for a brief moment, and then she
Oh, you've heard
calms
about
down
this.
again. She walks right up to you guys, but stands right between Nason and Nervash, and turns straight to Nason and says, "You child, you're interesting.
The
Tell
moment
me."
she says that, my eyes light up, and I just place my hands on her mouth, and I'm just like, and then whisper to Nirvash in like a girl with gossip. I'm like, Nirvash, she thinks I'm interesting.
You wouldn't. It wouldn't be like.
I whisper back. I'm like, "Go get her, bro. You're in. You're in."
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're 6'3".
Dragon
She's a
wingman.
little bit taller than you. She's maybe like 7 feet, 7.5, somewhere in that
That's
range.
significantly taller, man.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
mean like she's like
She's
a
tall.
a-
She's
a
got
head
like
or
4
two
inches
taller.
on me.
yeah,
She's got 4 inches on me. Damn.
she's like a head or two taller than you.
I crane my neck up and I gaze into her eyes,
Yeah, she
just
actually
awaiting more praise.
as she walked up to you, she
Bask.
actually kind of kneeled down a little bit so that you guys are at eye level, and says, "Tell me, what do you know of this place?"
That's a good question. Let me think of an answer befitting your loveliness. And then
She
I
chuckles,
roll-
goes, "You flatter me."
just don't worry. I'm not much more than a flatterer. I say as I try and figure out. I got a 2.
You're
So
the
There
the
you go.
flatterist.
I am flat on my knowledge of this place. What is?
You're like, it's McDonald's.
I'm like, there's a hill, and my friend found his wife, and I point to Schism and his sister, because to me, I think they're married, because I don't know that's a sister.
I'm just like
And then I
blissfully
say to
not
her,
listening.
I say to her, I say, we came through space, and when we landed here, it was very warm, and we met a guy who was made of gold, and he was like, he had like a cool hat. Oh, he's right over there, and I point to
Yeah,
Butch.
they're all.
Oh, they're gonna point at me. 'Cause I have a cool hat too.
Yeah.
You're
Nah,
not made
you're
of gold.
like, it's not cool to me because I've been traveling with it for like the past couple months. So it's like it's just part of the background now to Nason's short attention span.
Yeah. Do I hear Nason kind of like piecing stuff together like this? I guess.
Yes, I mean, if you like.
Yeah.
He's also talking about your wife.
Yeah, totally. I got maybe that like gets my
wife.
attention, and I'm like, oh wait, no, like this is my sister. But
Dude, you married your sister?
oh pshaw, Nason. I'm gonna do something I rarely ever do, and I'm just gonna like, cause I'm like trying to sort things out too, and it's been like I still don't really know what this place is. But Schism is gonna reach out with his mind and try and keen psychically to his otherworldly patron or some semblance of that, and I guess I'm just gonna do an arcana with that. It's like you could call it a prayer, but it's not a holy thing.
Sure.
But he's just, trying to find like some kind of a grain of like, what is this? Oh,
Ooh.
what is this place?
Ooh.
I'm so used to. Wait, didn't that? Was it only in Roll20 that those would be green? I feel like they used to do something in Fantasy Grounds too for crits.
A little song and dance.
You.
Gazing into the yellowy blackness of
It's
Of my psyche.
Yog-Sothoth.
Shh, yes. Secret.
No, you've already said it.
I know.
already
It's fun.
Oh.
But yeah. say,
I'm not
Yogg?
spoiling anything. Yeah.
Yogg? Are
Um,
you out there? Can you hear me? Do you even care?
You actually with a 20, you just see Yogg-Sothoth just step to the side, and Azathoth comes up, and he just reveals all for you.
No, I'm not looking. I'm not looking for like. I'm not looking for like a tip of the hand, but just like
No,
just
no,
like
I
yeah,
know.
some kind of
You-
inclination.
You felt very disconnected from your patron recently, just because of all this kind of traveling around that you've been doing.
Yeah.
And you've been desperately trying to reconnect, and all of a sudden, like, it just kind of burst through. And in this one specific moment, you feel his presence, or its presence. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
their gender pronouns are appropriate.
The cold and clamminess
In your
of,
mind, and you see what looks like a collection of different planes circling each other, in like an eternal nothingness, and you see these two planes kind of intersect, and you see a bright light that what?
I can't see it.
Oh, Dan, don't even try, buddy. Don't even try and determine why Jacob's laughing. It's just gonna end up bad.
Okay.
Go ahead, keep resume narration.
All right.
Resume.
So you see these two planes intersect, and you see this bright light between them form, and you know that you're there in that bright light.
Right. Okay. I guess I'm gonna step sort of adjacent to these guys and this 7 foot tall ethereal woman, and just try to explain some of this. It's like I don't know where we are. I don't know what this is, but I feel like we're at some manner of intersection, like an overlapping of planes, and I'm like, I'm like waiting to see kind of what she like maybe gives back from that. I don't have a name for this place, but
I look
Jesus
around.
Christ, Jacob.
I look around as Schism approaches. Then I go, wait a minute, wait a minute, guys. We were trying to get here this whole time, guys. This is the island of the stars that we went to go meet the Star Queen.
is it?
Yeah, guys, look, there's space all around us. This is the.
Actually, but around you isn't like space. It's really bright. Remember, it's like blindingly bright. But Schism.
What did Jacob say? I don't see anything.
He said two planes intersecting at one tower.
Oh. Wait, where did he say that?
Brutal.
In a brutal chat.
And what?
He kept
And,
like two planes, and I was like, oh god. He's like
Oh.
intersecting, I'm like, oh god.
They
Never
say
forget.
that faith can move mountains, but at least we all know what it can do to towers.
It's
Oh,
sad.
Jesus. Well, I say to her, hey, are you are we finally at the island of stars? Or I'm sorry, Dan, I can't remember the proper terminology for it.
That's fine. There were islands. Anyway, before you say that, I guess when Schism talks, she turns to him and turns back to you and says, "Oh, your friend is quite astute. You should take after him, perhaps." And then, then
I was never good at any of that book learning stuff.
And then as you ask her, she says, "Stars? No. This is the Feywild's child."
Oh,
Feywilds.
is that good? I don't know what that is.
She looks at you, puzzled, and all of a sudden, she gets back up to stands up straight, looks in her cloak, and takes something out and extends it to you, and it looks like a pearl, a giant pearl that's almost like a handful big. And she says, "Here, tell me, take this, and tell me what you feel."
I take it and I acquiesce to her request.
As your hands come in contact with this sphere, you feel like all of these memories rushing through your head, but they don't feel like your memories. They feel like memories of one of your very close ancestors, perhaps. And you see
We Assassin's Creed boys.
just in time for the movie.
Yeah.
I'm signing.
Here's
the,
that crossover,
the
baby.
rights. I'm signing the rights
Pete,
to this
quick!
campaign over.
Run the trailer. We gotta make sure we run it at least 4 times through a
Shoom.
session to get paid the money.
Thanks to our generous sponsors.
Ubisoft
Ubisoft.
sponsoring our three.
Assassino.
Anyway, so you see a woman who looks very familiar to you walking through these lands, and you feel a warmth, and all of a sudden you get brought back to reality, and you the pearl feels hot in your hand, like not super hot, not like boiling hot or burning hot. It's just like warm to the point where if it got a little bit warmer, it probably would start to be uncomfortable.
I quickly wrap it in some cloth, and I say to her, not like jokingly, like I'm like emotionally as serious as I've ever been I'm as serious as I was when I was talking to Sammael, and I just say to her, and I say, what is this thing? It's amazing.
She smiles and says, "Oh, you should already know." And
Do I know it yet?
yeah, you know, and it's in your inventory.
All right, I'm
So
gonna take a.
You can.
It's been there the whole time.
Oh, damn.
And a specific word keeps repeating in your mind, but
What's the item?
it starts with a P.
Piece of crystal.
No.
Pearl of power.
Yeah.
Ah! Whoa, that's awesome. That's boss.
Yeah.
I clasp it and I say, "Oh, do I know it's a pearl of power? Here, let me roll
Yes.
Arcana."
You,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know that little trip down memory lane totally just revealed it to you, so you know exactly what it is now.
It's a pearl
I
of
gasp.
power.
I gasp and I explained to Nirvash. I said,
It's a powerful
"This
pearl.
pearl of power, it has like arcane power that lets me get spells back just by holding it. Means more fireballs, buddy."
Nice, dude. More wild magic.
Can I use
And then-
that to breathe fire more than once a day?
No. Needs to be attuned by a spellcaster.
I'm gonna go do that right now. Unless, actually, then as I say that, I think and I say, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk to me about.
No, you'll.
Thank you so much, by the way. This is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's she's
In
like.
character and out of character.
No, that's fine. She says, "Yes, of course. I was hoping it would bring you back a little bit," and she kind of like pats you on the head. And you're just, I mean, if you're
back.
okay, you're basically instantly attuned to it. You don't even have to. It
Oh, sweet.
itself to you when you got it. So she says, she like walks around. She's done with Nathan for now. She walks around and looks at everyone and then says, as she kind of circles around, like she stands still there and starts to do a like turn in place, and she says, "Now, what are you doing here anyway?"
Well, it's kind of a twisted web. We've
A web?
wove. A twisted web we've wove. I don't really fully understand how we got here.
Are-
I think we were
She
banished.
walks up to you, goes, "Are you a spider?"
Well,
Oh.
no, but they're very cool.
Spiders are pretty boss, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're interesting creatures.
Is she an elf? I'm assuming she's some kind of elf kind.
She is a dryad.
Dryad, okay.
She is feminine, but as you notice that as her robes near their ends, you see kind of like wooded
Dick.
roots. Yeah, you see a fucking like huge dick, dude, just like Fudge.
Wow, 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 wow.
I literally thought you were going in that direction. I'm like,
Whoa.
Dad.
She literally just has like 2 huge dicks for legs, guys.
That's
I
quite
just
the
look at-
fantasy.
I just say, does that hurt walking like that?
Feels great, actually.
Yeah.
Now that you ask.
It's a little stimulation here and there, you know.
Nobody ever really
yeah.
asks me about
What
me.
if you step on a sharp rock?
Anyway, yeah,
She's into that.
What doesn't kill you
under
makes
her
you stronger.
robes, you notice like roots and twigs coming out, and like
Nice.
little leaves and things like that. So
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's hard.
I don't think we intended to come here, but we were sent here. We didn't really have much of a choice.
That is true. We kind of fell through the sky.
she looks around, and she looks at Nathan again and says, "Come, my child." And she extends her arm, and she puts her middle and index fingers right on your forehead. And you feel like a rush of weakness, and I want you to do a Constitution save.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Sure.
Nice.
22.
You look at her like your knees get weak for a second, but you just pull yourself back, and you're like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh!
Yeah.
I hope that was not intentional.
And she looks puzzled for a second and says, "Ah, I see. I apologize for not warning you. I just wanted to extract your memories. That's all."
Whoa, hey, I don't have that many
And
of
she
those,
kind
I
of
think.
she kind of like crosses her hands between or behind her back and starts like walking away. She says like, "Oh, I just wanted to extract your memories. That's all."
What do you, hey, wait. You could have
And
just
she's-
asked. I'm not using them. What do you want?
She
It's like gold or something?
she says, "No, I have
Brain
No,
gold.
no use for such very trivial pieces of income. There's
All right.
nowhere to spend it, as you can see." And she kind of spreads her arms around, and you to kind of show you like the land, but you can't really see anything because it's just too bright for like visibility.
Yeah.
So
I just flip the pearl of power and I catch it and I say, well, if you want them, you can have them. As said, I'm not using them.
and then when she says, "As you can see," a butcher interjects. She's like, "Actually, I don't see." And he's kind of like squinting, and he's his hands like kind of trying to cover the light, but the light's kind of like all around you guys, so he really can't see very much. Yeah, it's basically effervescent. Yeah. So she shrugs and says, "So that it's quite interesting that you've met that fiend Sammael." Sammael,
Yeah. I wait for the party to answer, and if they don't answer, I say, yeah, we met him. He's a total dick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I could butt in if you want me to here.
Urite runs up to Skizz and says, What is going on? I'm confused, brother."
She seems to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Confused.
Well, blame him.
Yeah, man. She's so new to this.
I go over to him and I say, hey man, you want me to fill your sister in?
Terrible.
Oh my.
No first date? Come on. I slap him on the shoulder.
Sorry, I meant like educate her, not put my junk in her junk. Although wait, are you cool with that? Cause she's kind of, you know.
I said, well, it's like, ask her out, dude. I'm not gonna stand in your way.
I go over to her sister and I immediately say,
I'm not gonna role play her for you while you're on a date.
I don't want you to. I'm just gonna busy myself because I actually have to go for a sec. I'm just gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
So
I'm like,
her and just stared at her drooling. And
yeah,
didn't say
and I'm saying,
anything.
well, what he was trying to say is, sister, we've been trying to fight this demon or something, and I think we've been losing, and that's how we wound up here.
Who went to get a drink?
Brendan.
Brendan.
Okay. Alright, let me Let me go to the bathroom then real quick while he's getting that set.
Cool.
I'm also gonna go get a drink
Alright.
then.
We're all gonna
Break
stare
time, I guess.
stare at the sister.
I'm gonna refill my water bottle since everyone else is doing it.
Fine, I'll sit at my desk and drink my water that's already here. Whoa, Zelda Ethan. What's up, dude? I don't know what I'm typing. It's Dungeons and Dragons and Stitch and Bitch Night. I'm working on a little blanket, getting my crochet on, taking a break with the boys from the typical work night. Everybody took a break, but I'm just hooking in the basement with my yarns. This thing's getting big, actually. I should give you guys like a full glimpse. Whoosh. I started. Yo, I'm just showing off the Afghan I'm making on the stream.
Cool. Is Brendan back?
I don't know.
Guess not.
Yeah. Oh, I started making this for my kid when she was born, and then I stopped, and now I'm just been.
How old is she?
Oh, 2.5. I made a. I'm trying to think of how big it was. I didn't work on it for like a year, and I'm just trying to finish it so it can be big enough for her to use it.
Alright, back.
Yo.
Oh, Peter, are you going to PAX next year?
Maybe. We don't. I don't think we have I don't think we have anything to show this time around. But I might try and just go. I don't even know if they haven't put tickets up for sale yet. Because if they have, it means I'm probably not going.
Yeah, I don't think they have.
Yeah. It's always the worst thing to find out about. Yeah, I might see if I can get my hands on some passes. But also, if I don't go, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah. I do I love going to those shows. They're so good. Just fun, especially now that I know, more people that are doing different work at them and stuff. It's nice to go and catch up and, not just be talking to people on Discord, actually go and see them in person.
Right.
No, I've actually never used Discord. What is it?
It's just, it's like Ventrilo.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
it's like text chat, voice chat kind of thing. It's it overlaps with a lot of stuff. We could be doing our chat right now on Discord if we wanted to, but Skype works too. It's
Yeah.
it's very similar to me to Slack as far as
I've also never
text.
used Slack. What's Slack?
It's just
so out of tune these
no,
days.
it's okay. We use Slack at work for just in office text chat. It's more robust than Instant Messenger and
Oh god, we use Skype Messenger. Dan, does Skype Messenger
Oh,
lag
man.
for you every time someone messages you?
Yep.
It's so stupid.
yeah, Slack is okay. It if you don't have an enterprise account, they will retire messages after a while, and you'll have to an admin would have to dig into an archive. So it's ephemeral contact. It's not a good substitute for something like Basecamp or whatever, or email
Gotcha.
even. But just for 5 people trying to just keep tabs on what's going on day to day, it's good. Discord is like that, but with voice enabled too, if you want voice.
See, interesting.
Yeah, and they both the UI on them is very similar too.
Is Brendan still not here?
Nope. Sorry, I got back. I'm just having
Okay.
some water, so I didn't want to disturb anybody.
So I learned an
Don't you have-
excellent
Blub, blub,
word
blub.
today. My brother just taught me a clunker.
Clunker.
Clunker is somebody at gyms who drops their weights on the ground. My brother
Oh,
called it clunker,
Mhm.
and he refuses to go to Anytime Fitness now.
I thought a clunker was an old child that. that we were gonna give to barbarians last night.
An old child. Yeah. A soulless wretch.
A soulless little wretch.
Yeah, can we
Oh, punkers.
give this to some
Yeah,
gypsies for some water? Can we trade children for water?
Yeah.
That's good.
Is
Children-
You're still oh, yeah,
Children
okay.
for silver. Because we,
Kids for still.
yeah. it's- You could turn them into pies.
1-800 Cars for kids.
I tried them. It wasn't so great.
I hate that. Death.
Yeah, fuck that.
1-800
Everyone hates
Conquer.
My younger brother Brian, who is on the autism spectrum, he freaks out whenever he hears that song, and I don't blame him. He does what I wish I could do.
Yes.
He's like your spirit animal.
Yeah, he's the best.
How old is he? I don't know. It's personal.
23.
Nice. Personal
Pretty
details.
cool.
Cool.
Now you learned a bit about me.
Oh, snap. You're gonna get
When
doxxed.
he learned that he's married to his sister.
Everybody's
that's-
learned it today.
That's my character.
We're pushing all sorts of taboos on this stream.
Sister lovers, clunkers, you name it. We got it.
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking,
Well, Fard,
gypsies.
we did some human trafficking in another campaign. We were trafficking little children without souls.
Ah man, why are we playing this campaign? That one sounds awesome.
No.
Yeah, we sold them into
Ow.
the cannibal trade again.
Farhad's just gonna
We
be
took
like zinging Dan all night.
That's all right.
Singers.
When am I not singing, Dan?
I don't know.
For sure. Anyway,
Tuesdays.
so Schism tells Unutea about, the details, but she trembles a little bit and says, "Oh, brother, I didn't know what you had to go through. I don't know why. Why did you have to go through all that?"
It's been crazy. I don't know. Ever since I've been traipsing around with these fine fellows, since I was,
Yo,
I thought
I'm
I
full of 40 feet.
yeah, I thought things couldn't get worse after I was originally exiled from our adopted house,
And then he met us.
but then at least I had some companions to help me along the way, but now we're reunited, so I think things have gotten much better since then, dear sister.
From a different lens, that sounded very passive aggressive. Like everything was fine until I met these guys.
But then I turned it around. Did you see? I said it was good. Well, I mean, it's like I definitely wasn't getting like banished by demons when I was just a street urchin. So I don't know.
Did you have a rat when you were a street urchin?
No, I only had a great old one to guide me.
You should invest in great cold ones. They're better.
Yeah, I'm the great cold one,
So,
the greatest and the coldest.
So the dryad starts talking again. She's like, "No, it is peculiar. It's very, very peculiar that you would end up here after seeing Sammael." And
Is this like his home plane?
she starts pacing back and forth as she's talking out loud to herself,
And,
more or
like,
less.
Little
She's-
helicopter seeds are falling off her.
No.
Ooh.
No. When you ask if this is his plane, she's like, no. I would never deal with such fiends. But it's strange because this plane houses another one who has come in touch with this corruption. She feels irritated and like shudders saying it.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
We've killed a lot of things related to Sammael. So if you need help, just saying, we might be willing to compromise.
She
More bodies on the pile.
she says,
Yeah,
"Ah,
we're really
yes.
good at killing things. That's
We are
just
very
about all
good
we're-
at that.
That's pretty much all we're good at.
Hey, I'm good at doing this thing with the pearl, and then I make like the pearl go across the top of my knuckles and I catch it.
Nice.
Like, do little pearl tricks.
Roll.
Nervosh is like fascinated.
Roll a dexterity check.
You
Let's
got
see
it.
if I'm fascinated.
Yeah, 10.
It wobbles around and you catch it. It's fine, but it doesn't look
I go,
as
"Ah!"
smooth.
Nervosh is easily impressed. He's like, "Whoa, do it again."
All right, here I go. This is gonna be a lot better this time. Check it out. Boom! Hell yeah!
Oh my god.
I
You're
made
just
it
warming
go
up.
from,
You went
like,
around the
my
world on that
pinky
one.
to my palm, and then I slide it down my arm over my shoulders,
and it
then I make it go back and
disappears.
forth between my shoulders, and
And
I
then it
pull it out from
disappears,
behind.
and you
Yeah, and I pull out behind Nirvash's ear, or whatever the ear dragon things have is, like one of his head tendrils, and I go like, ah,
Oh.
it's my ear the whole time, and I make it disappear with prestidigitation.
Nervash is literally just like overwhelming, just falls on his butt. It's like, oh my god.
I am a great
It's like,
sorcerer.
Oh my god, Nason.
Yeah.
You're a magician.
Yeah, that too. It's like Nirvash, it was in your nose this time.
Oh my
Doing.
I'm just like overwhelmed. I can't speak. Just like, oh my god, I'm your greatest fan.
Oh, that means a lot coming from you, buddy. And then I'm
So,
sorry for disrupting the.
No.
Hey,
that's fine. You
Nervash
got a
loves
20.
magic now.
Free reign for a 20.
I like the non-exploding kind of magic.
Non-explodey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, does Anta roll checks? No, that wasn't magic.
I'm gonna prestidigitate a little hand that tickles your chin.
Right, let me do my wild magic for my
No,
prestidigitation. Oh shit, my prestidigitation procs wild magic.
yeah,
Sweet.
kill everybody.
Here we go, boys. Oh no, my hair falls out.
You're
Oh, hang on.
you make the pearl disappear, but then your hair starts falling out.
Nervash's like, is that another magic trick?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Whoa.
We love fighting Sammael. Clumps of hair.
Look what Sammael did to me.
Damn it,
I
Sammy.
just take up like loose clumps of hair and I just put it on my bald head. I'm like, stay there.
My
Tribe
lovely
walks up to you
lady
and
locks.
She disregards your now bald head and says,
Your hair falls.
"So, you said you'd be willing to confront
No.
Sammael.
Okay.
Is that correct?"
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
And that's interesting. I don't know how to go about that, but see, maybe he knows. And she walks to the edge of the circle, and you see her shoot out a light out of her hand. And yes, I understand, or I'm well aware that everything around you is light. The reason why you
More
notice
light.
this is because the light is of a different color. It is a bright purple that kind of gets sent out almost like a signal flare. And she turns around and sighs and closes her eyes. And she stands there.
Cool.
For 12 years.
Do we wait?
For 24 hours. Hair grew back. No.
Now that you're
And she-
presentable again, let's get on with this.
She stands there. A minute passes, and she does not move. And her eyes are still closed. And 5 minutes passes. Nothing.
Can I see anything in the direction that the little beacon went out? I'm gonna peer.
No, it's much too bright. There's not much visibility, even with your sensitivity to light. Even if you didn't have that, you probably wouldn't have seen very far.
I'm gonna reach out to her with my psychic stuff and be like, Psst, hey, what's happening? Are you with us still?
You just hear.
She, you don't hear much except.
That's pretty similar.
Is she shushing me, or is that she's gone to quiet?
It's up to your interpretation.
Okay.
That's all you hear.
I think she's zoned out, guys.
The people that you were accompanying you walk up and look confused and say, "What is she doing? What is this?"
I think she's sleeping.
And then, all of a sudden, you see, you hear what sounds like flapping of wings, and you feel a pleasant gust of
Oh
wind.
my god, she summoned the giant owls. She's Gandalf.
What you mean, the giant eagles?
Oh, the giant eagles. Yeah. Can they be giant? Can they be giant owls?
Yeah. Well, she's not Gandalf. That'd be legal copyright issues. So yes, it is a giant owl.
She's Fandalf.
She's
Fandalf.
Flandam. She's made of flan instead of roots.
On the little fence, all of a sudden lands a bird figure, and
snap.
but the bird looks like it's wearing a cape, and as the figure lands, she opens her eyes, turns around, and goes, "Ah, Ziz, welcome. I was hoping you'd be a little quicker, but you know, welcome nonetheless." And he nods and says, "My apologies." I probably shouldn't do voices right now. Anyway, I'm a little.
I have
pardon
a
the
cold too. So.
Anyways, yeah, so he says, "My apologies," and asks, why have you beckoned me?" And she says, "Well," and she spreads her arm towards you guys and says, "We have visitors, and they have a similar goal, shall we say." He jumps down off of the fence and walks slowly in your direction and says, and he looks around and says, do you mean what I think you mean?" In referencing back to the Dryad, and she says, yes, I do. Interesting, is it not? Quite curious. And and he says, "So you've met him, haven't you? Ah, interesting. And what do you know about the demon named Sammael?" And he kind of walks around and starts floating a little bit in the air. He's not particularly tall. He's only about 5 feet tall. So as he floats, he tries to get to about eye level with you guys, a little bit up and down depending on your heights. So he's floating just above the ground.
I say,
She's like fluttering.
I'm
like
gonna
a
kill him.
butterfly.
What were you saying?
She's,
I'm
like,
killing
fluttering
him.
like a butterfly.
Sorry, what was Farhood saying?
Oh, my bad.
That's what I said. So he's like fluttering like a butterfly.
Not quite as jerky motions. More smooth.
Okay.
It's like a smooth butterfly.
Yeah.
A hummingbird, if you will.
Ooh.
Not flapping quite that fast.
Like a slow hummingbird.
So you want to kill him, but he looks at you and says, "But how? How do you plan on killing him?"
With our fists.
Enough fire to burn down whatever the hell it's made of.
Fools, he says.
Ah!
Oh, we got zinged.
He says, "You know nothing."
Hey, buddy, I know I can kill him.
Well,
He was
teach us
afraid
how to kill an
You
immortal
know
demon.
nothing.
He says,
Jon Snow's.
You know nothing, Nathan Lunavere.
Oh, fuck.
He-
Nani kore.
he floats back to the
I'm
Dryad
there.
and says, "Now tell me, Amethelia, why is it that I should trust these people?
Gentlemen.
These and, well, yeah, I guess you're all cucks."
Because look, we've got a fucking army. Look at all these NPCs.
I say I could throw fireballs for at least a minute straight.
Batting 1,000, my friend. Batting 1,000. Anyway, so she says, "Well, I have a hunch." He says, "A hunch? Why should I trust your hunches?" And she walks over to Nace and says, "Well, he's
No.
special. I can tell you that, and I don't mean in the special way.
What?
He kind of
I thought I was
grunts.
special.
He kind of grunts, and then she walks over to Schism and says, and he's relatively astute. I think you could trust his judgment. And she walks back to the bird man and says, the other ones, I'm not really sure. They're kind of quiet. That one's red. I don't know if that counts for anything. And she points to near Rush.
I just flex, and I'm like, I'm the reddest of reds.
And then at that time, Butcher comes out and goes, "Hey, well, what about me?" And she shoots. She turns her head over her shoulder again and shoots him this glare. And he goes, "Ugh!" And for the first time, you kind of see Butcher really be taken aback, and back down.
Poor guy. I'm gonna go over and console him.
Yeah,
I say,
I go join Schism in consoling our good friend Butcher.
I don't really know you, but you're the best dressed cyborg I've ever met.
Warforged.
Best
Cyborg.
dressed
Cyborg.
Warforged I've ever met. So yeah, cheer up,
Yeah.
buddy. I wish I had a cool hat like you.
I was just gonna say that.
He's like, yes, something about that woman. I don't know.
Little creepy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This whole sizing up in the I'm like whispering to you guys. I'm saying this whole sizing up in this grove is kind of putting me on the spot a little bit. I don't know. I don't really get their motives. I don't know if we can really trust these people, but also we're would be kind of a captive audience.
I don't know about you, Skiz, but I'm starting to think back to when I used to be a prisoner. Starting to feel just like that right now.
Yeah.
You while you guys are talking, you also see that Amethelia is whispering to these, and and he kind of nods a little bit and walks on his actual hind legs now.
Can I roll perception to see if I heard what they said to one another?
Sure.
Oh, nice.
You essentially hear her talking about how I don't remember if it was Schism or Nation who said it, but how you guys killed so many of things or people related to Sammael already, and she's kind of saying like, hey, they've already been on the path. They've done more than you even. And he kind of, his eyes lit up from hearing that. So he comes up to you guys and
You've
says,
insulted his racial pride.
You've been hunting, Sammael? Is that what I hear? Is that what I understand?
I don't know if we've been doing that specifically.
Just
it seems
kind
to
of
be
keep running into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we hate it every time. We're trying to stab him.
And
I died like twice.
and, he's like, what is it that Sammael did to you?
He
I
took
mean-
my penis. He made it a tentacle.
We don't even know where we
This is
are,
true.
so we
No, he
kind of
didn't.